Boy, get out. Get out. All right, man. What's going on, everybody in the building? Y'all know we in the NBA live stream today, NBA 101. You want to find more NBA live streams? Check that playlist out. I was gonna do Hip Hop 101 tonight, but I chose to do NBA. I think that's a great hot topic for right now. So I'll push Hip Hop 101 even back Friday, tomorrow, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'll still find a way to get it in. So I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, man. Hit that bell icon button so you get the notification gang. Other than that, man, don't forget to you can follow us. You can follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in every video that I do. So if you need to reach out, you got a video request, business inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or just want to chop it up for advice. My line is always open. Other than that, man, don't forget to check out our sponsors for this stream. We got cell phone buyers, recyclers. They want to buy your phones, iPhones, number on the screen, website, all that, social media and description. They're always doing some type of giveaways, going live on the gram. You can find them on the gram, cell phone buyers, recyclers. If the link in the description not working, black owned business. If you got a phone laying around, give them a holler, call the number up, email them, hit the website up. They got you. Don't forget to check out our other sponsor, The Help Blaze at thehelpblaze.com, www.thehelpblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotion soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade. I mean, they got everything. Lip balm for the kids, for the women, bath bombs for the girls. 100% organic, natural products. So give them a try. Use them. Heard the lemon toothpaste is bomb. Moisturizer bar is excellent for eczema and dry skin. So use the promo code Goodfellow1Box, 18% off. Their website, promo code, all in the description. They take credit card, debit card, PayPal, the whole nine. And they efficient, quick, and they get back at you. So those are two sponsors. But check out my boy Dame J. I mean, this kind of feel like free promo right here because he got one of the best underground albums I heard. Go check it out, man. You not gonna be mad. I mean, if you got Apple Music, Spotify, wherever they streaming music at, he got you down packed 10 slappers on that album. I'm not even gonna lie. No Regrets, one of the best underground albums I heard. Man, I had people give me they albums and I listened to it, or it's trash. I mean, this right here, good mixing, good engineering, great production, bars there, of course. So go check them out. Dame J, No Regrets on all streaming platforms, and I might try to get him on here for an interview, and I'm gonna do his album a review when shit kind of slow down for me. And don't forget to check out my other channel, Motor City Sports Talk. But we in the building, man, and we're gonna talk today about why NBA should cancel the 1920 season. If Michael Jordan disrespected you, what you gonna do? You gonna get down like Udonis Haslem say he gonna get down, or you gonna back down? And also we're gonna talk about some debate that's going around social media: who better, Bradley Beal or CJ McCollum? I like both players, to be honest. I was mad when the Pistons didn't draft CJ McCollum and we took Kentavious Caldwell Pope a few years ago. But yeah, man, I see you, Lawrence Williams. I see you, Renardo Tool. I see you. I don't really care, man, about what he's saying. But shout out to Holy Bread, salute. Frederick Jackson, salute. So yeah, man, let's talk about why the NBA should cancel the 2019-2020 season. We heard that the NBA players had a big get together. At first, LeBron didn't want to continue on with the season. I think Nike and NBA owners got on him, same way they got on him. And people talk about who got power, who got the juice, who make their own moves. You got to remember a lot of shit that Michael Jordan did was covered up by Nike, and that still ain't been unveiled today. And the powers that be in the NBA, and the same thing with the media. If LeBron, it was a story about LeBron out there that they wanted to break to make him look bad, they wouldn't, because LeBron is responsible for the financial success of ESPN, Fox. I mean, that's why they push him so hard. Not saying he's not a wonderful guy, but nobody's perfect. Same way Nike covered up for Tiger Woods. But, you know, just like when LeBron started resting and doing load management, and they went to him and they told him to stop doing it, and then he changed his tune. You know what I'm saying? So, he lead the league. When he take his first step, I mean, the league gonna follow. And, that's the part of being the face of the NBA. But now he changing his tune because the owners want to recoup money. And like I said before, billionaires have got $238 billion richer between March 15th and April 18th. So Mark Cuban and the rest of these Steve Ballmer, he ain't missing no money. They can pay these dudes their regular season salary and keep it moving. But like I tell you guys, anytime there's a gap between wealthy and rich and middle class, even if it's the middle class that exists. But if it's wealthy, and then it's everybody versus wealthy. That's if it's a middle class, if it's a low class, if it's rich. And a lot of NBA players are rich. And the difference between wealthy and rich is wealthy is, you know what I'm saying, you good. You probably never gonna go broke. You rich, you still can go broke. That's kind of really the biggest difference to me. If you wealthy, I mean, you ain't gonna probably go broke. You got money making money. If you rich, you just got a million, a couple $100 million. You still possibly can go broke. And it's a gap between wealthy versus everybody else. And billionaires should wear that shirt. Wealthy versus everybody else, because that's truly what it is. You look at all these establishments, they got the small business loans. The Lakers got the small business loan. Shake Shack got a small business loan. Like, those ain't small business. These are major corporations, and a lot of them gave that money back. And it's always going to be that gap between wealthy and everybody else. So they can pay these people salary. And also, they did lose some money from China, and China did come out yesterday and say they won't be streaming none of the NBA games. That's going to be continuing on. So he said NBA needs to come back. They trying to stop LeBron and Lakers from going to the finals. I don't really think that's the case, because at the end of the day, they weren't going to begin with. That's what people don't understand. People thought because they got the number one seed, they was going. No, they wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis is an unproven commodity. They wasn't like when Kobe and Shaq, what was that, like 2001? That 2001 finals, when they got Derek Fisher back healthy, they wasn't, the Lakers wasn't an unstoppable freight train like that team was. From the minute that the ball tipped off in the playoffs in 01, everybody knew Kobe and Shaq and fish stick money. That's what we call them. Derek Fisher was going to the finals and they was going to win it. It was just a matter of, who can win a game, man. At the end of the day, do y'all think the Lakers was that powerful to only lose one game on the way to the finals? Absolutely not. Allen Iverson was the only guy to give a loss to that Kobe and Shaq team. That was perhaps their best team. I believe they popped San Antonio that year. They popped everybody. They just ran through the West. Kobe 2K fan salute. So everybody just thinking like, oh, it's a foregone conclusion. They was never going. I'm not going to lie to you. They was never going. Anthony Davis, did y'all remember the national championship he played with in Kentucky? How bad he played? That was never going. Anthony Davis never experienced no pressure like Lawrence Williams salute. Fine, say salute. Subscribe to Lawrence Williams channel. Anthony Davis, you can't count on Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma. Who the fuck was they counting on? All the Lakers did was run their team into the ground. All the Clippers did was saying, you know what? We get to the Western Conference Finals, we got home court advantage anyway. We playing in the Staples Center like the Lakers playing. I mean, Doc Rivers played it better strategically. He a better coach than Frank Vogel and Jason Kidd. They can all put their ball-headed domes together. Well, Frank Vogel ain't ball-headed. But I'm not here to talk about that, right? I'll get to that point in a minute. But the reason they need to end, for one, player safety. For one, you still had average around 17 to 18 games left in the season, right? Right? You have those 17, 18 games left. How do you determine who gets in? Oh, let's do a play-in tournament. That's no fucking fair. One of the great things about the NBA is that the last like 3 or 4 games, I remember the Pistons battled with the Charlotte Hornets last year, and we backed into the fucking finals. He won the MVP, but he didn't play like shit. He just rebounded and blocked shots. Anthony Davis didn't do shit that game offensively. He choked. Go look at his shooting numbers. He got MVP for the tournament. That's for the tournament, not just for the game. That's the Final Four tournament. That game, he didn't do shit. I remember that game. You ain't gonna tell me shit about that game, but excuse me. But back to my point. That's why I kind of try to stay away from the chat. I do Q&A. But we at the point where you got 16. You know who determined who get in? Somebody could have bagged in. Somebody got injured. It's just too much of an unfair situation because people saying all these players had enough time to get in shape. I mean, it's a kid over there in boxing. His name is Oblali. He lived in France. He couldn't leave his fucking house. He ain't did no training, no nothing. A lot of the international players went back home thinking the season was over with. Say Seiko Diambo for the Pistons. He in France. You feel what I'm saying? So you got every athlete, I tell you guys, and it's just my opinion here. Every athlete that you see training, it's about 50 or 60 of them that ain't training as hard. It's 50 or 60 of them that think, how can I say it, the season was over with. So you telling me, let's say the majority of people, I mean, LA is on, let me just say this, LA is on lockdown until August 1st, and it's probably going to extend. So you telling me people in LA on lockdown till August 1st. How's that fair? How's that fair to some of the players that's on lockdown? How's that fair to some of the fans? And then, if you figure out a way to do a play-in tournament, it's not fucking fair. If I have a 5-game lead and I play, Memphis play New Orleans, New Orleans win. What the fuck did I play the regular season for? I played these 60-something games to get a 5-game lead. In one game, my 5-game lead is gone. And then the New Orleans Hornets get into the fucking playoffs. That's no fair. That's no fair. So unless they got a parameters to set on to finish the season, and the training camp is not going to get these dudes in shape. People quarantine. They fucking and eating potato chips and eating candy bars. Everybody ain't got the discipline of LeBron that's working out, squatting, and is shooting every day. For every LeBron, it's probably 5 or 6 fucking lazy players. So who do you determine it's a 16 team? You just say 18. We cut it off at whoever made the playoffs after 18 games. That's cool. Do it that way. You do it that way, then at the end of the day, you still looking at testing. So you got what? 15 player rosters. Let's just do the math. Give me 1 minute. Not sure what the roster size is for the playoffs exactly these days, but you got 16 teams times, let's say, a 15 roster. So you have to test 240 dudes. Just to begin with, you got to test 240 players. On top of that, you got trainers, you got coaches, you know what I'm saying? You got trainers, you got coaches, you got motherfucking media members, you got the announcers, you got the towel boys, the ball boys. You're going to be testing over 300-400 people every day. Every day, you're going to be testing these people every day. And imagine if you in game 5 of the Eastern and Western Conference semifinals and fucking James Harden tests positive for COVID-19. Out the fucking blue. Now everybody that came in contact with James Harden got to be quarantined again. If they playing the motherfucking I don't know who in the West. They playing the Utah Jazz. Everybody got to be. He did an interview with Hannah Storm. Now she got to be tested, and then the problem with that is the testing is not accurate. That whole shit, you may or may not have symptoms. That's bull jive. If you read deep into it, The only way they really get accurate testing is like an MRI or a CAT scan. The testing ain't even proven to be accurate. So what they planning to do is put these people in Disney World or Disneyland or a resort or in Vegas and play these games out. And then again, we ain't even got to the point is if everything is clear and you test all the players and they all clean and all the trainers clean, this, that, and the third, you got the referees too, the NBA officials, the color comments, you got all these things. Then you got to talk about the minor details. What are the minor details? The minor details is, stuff of I just drew a blank. I just drew a fucking blank. But hopefully it come back to me. But some of the other minor details as far as how you gonna figure out a scheduling. You know what I'm saying? As far as you had the Portland Trailblazers coming in the Western, and what I mean, you did all this fighting to get home court advantage. You did all this fighting to get home court advantage. And you telling me you played all these games and didn't load manage you the Lakers. You play all these games to play in a fucking resort or to play in a Thomas and Mack. What's the point of the home court advantage you fighting for? No fans, no animosity. I mean, also the other minor detail that blew my mind, it just came back to me. What you gonna do about the language? With no fans, you gonna be hearing fuck, bitch, ho, shit, damn. Benjamin Fosselu, you're gonna be hearing all these motherfucking dudes cuss on the TV. So it's going to be like a 10 or 30-second delay. And then they people want to bleep all this shit. It's no crowd noise. Then these dudes for all this position for home court advantage to play at a resort. And then on top of that, it's an asterisk box. This is worse than a lockout. It's worse than a lockout. You know what I'm saying? You cut the season short. Well, I wasn't in shape. Do you not understand how many soft tissue muscles injuries you're gonna have? Especially for older players, it's hard to get back in shape. They say, "Oh, we get a month of training camp to get back in shape." That ain't gonna be good enough to go into a month of training camp to get in shape and then go into the playoffs. How stupid do that sound? He said NBA come back, they want to figure the rest of the season and don't plan on changing them. That's stupid too. So instead of just doing a play-in, you want to involve how many teams in the NBA now? 30-some teams. So instead of us testing 240 players, now we doubling that. We testing 480 players for COVID-19. That's an inaccurate testing system. And then you testing over 2,000 people, between officials, color commentary, networks, from the ball boy. It just sounds stupid. It just sounds stupid. It's different when you got UFC because you can separate the fighters. You can keep them in a bubble. You don't have to test so many people. Boxing, they talking about coming out with a 4-fight card per night. That's 8 fighters. You probably got 2 people in their corner gonna be allowed. That's 6. That's probably what 8 people. You probably gonna have something around 50 people that you have to test all week and monitor and keep them in a bubble. I mean, not even the judges. The judges will be at home. So you probably worried about 4 referees, 2 cut men, and a trainer per people. The color commentary people can call it from the box, or they can call it from their hotel room. It's Q-tip salute. It's a totally different situation. The NBA is too big to be trying to do a makeshift season. So instead of just saying we just gonna do a small playoff and then we gonna just put 16 teams in there. Now you talking about putting the whole league in a resort in either in LA, Las Vegas or Florida or wherever they talking about going to and playing the rest of these games. If one person gets sick, it's a wrap. You ridicule, you scrutinize. And the chances of 30 players testing negative, 30 teams and with they 15 players and they trainers testing negative for COVID-19 is slim to none. It's too many people you gotta account for. So you talking about playing seven games per playoff series with 16 teams, finishing the last 17, 18 games of the season. Come on. Just doing too much. And on top of that, it's an asterisk about whoever win it. Because I work hard for home court advantage. But you know, just boil down to this don't boil down to finish the season for pride. This don't boil down to finish the season because veterans like LeBron might lose the season. This ain't talking about no unfinished business. This shit simply boils down to greed. That's it. Greed. It's greed. They lost what? A lot of money from China. We speaking facts. When China pulled off, they lost a lot of money from China. This is a fact. The billionaires are getting richer during the coronavirus, the average billionaire, but they want to recoup the money from the players. The players was willing to cancel the season. It was rumors that LeBron was cool with canceling the season. But as soon as the owner said we need to recoup the money, for what? Give them the fucking money. It's 18 fucking games left. Most of the players been played. Some of the players been played 60%, 90% of the day. Oh, we need to recoup our money back. I'm telling you, man, wealthy people, Apple Cider, salute. Wealthy people are just motherfucking billionaires and the owners of all these wealthy people are fucking selfish and greedy, bro. And that's how they get there. They selfish and greedy. Blue salute. They selfish and greedy. Blue CMU. You know. They selfish and greedy. They don't have to recoup the money from the players. Mark Cuban is probably making a killing during this time. You don't see Mark Cuban on TV or Mark Cuban's is, his wealth is just dipping by the minute. You don't see that. It's all about money. But all these motherfuckers do is preach player safety. NFL added an extra playoff game for money. NFL next year, not this coming season, but 2021 season, they added what, 2 regular seasons. It's all how you making enough money. That's what usually get crooks caught. They don't know when to stop. That's what usually get drug dealers caught. They always got to go for a little bit more. And they destroying the NFL. They definitely is over some money. Everybody making enough money. Ain't nobody out here on the corner, need a die. It's single mothers out here that's struggling. And these motherfuckers, just trying to milk and milk and milk and milk and milk. All the NFL got to do is just ride the wave it's on. They talking about concussions. All you got to do is get lifetime benefits. That's it. You are a GM, you do 20 and out at GM, you get lifetime benefits, or 30 and out, whatever it is, full benefits, 30 and out. You telling me in a true $1 billion business that these players in a high contact sport, high physical sport, can't get full lifetime benefits? If they got lifetime benefits, won't be no concussion lawsuits. They can go see the best lawyers. NFL don't want to do it. NBA, they trying to recoup a couple fucking $1 million, depending on who it come from. Oh, we need to get a couple more million. What do Mark Cuban and Steve Ballmer has made $1 billion plus since the coronavirus has started? Jeff Bezos has never been doing better. I'm trying to remember how I came across your channel. It was about, my bad, Maxie, about a year ago while you was talking about, yeah, appreciate it. Jay, salute. But like I said before, man, it's all about greed and money. And the fans that want to see it, they just bored. And a lot of them is probably LeBron fans saying, oh, I knew LeBron was going to get a championship. And, dude, motherfuckers losing. People out here, people don't know where their next dollar coming from. They talking about a second wave of stimulus checks that can amount up to $6,000. Ain't nobody talking about no hoops. And then you gotta help. Hopefully these dudes get healthy during from training camp. And hopefully they stay healthy during it's just too much going on. Adam Silver need to put a stop to this shit. Do the right thing. Put a stop to it. And at the end of the day, give out the regular season awards. And we start planning for the season next year. If the season got to start December, whenever fucking Christmas is, what is it, December 25th? Then that's what they got to do next year. Nobody care about November and the end of October and the basketball season. Nobody care about the beginning of the season. If you start the season on Christmas and they got a vaccine and you can go with fans in the stands, that's cool. Don't destroy up 2 seasons trying to save one. It's over with. People gonna have in their mind they think Lakers would have been being champions, and that's cool. People got in their mind that LeBron was MVP and he did it all by himself, and Anthony Davis wasn't there. That Giannis didn't take a sorry ass team and had the best record in the league. You know, they gonna have it in their memory that LeBron beat Kawhi last time and Kawhi busted his ass 2 times before. And they barely beat him the last time to speak of. Everybody gonna have it set in their mind on what they believe would have happened. Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns lost his mind. Sorry, man. Salute to him, man. Rest in peace. Just everybody say it could be one of the biggest what if stories right up there if Jordan would have, played, then retired, and he would have played Akeem Olajuwon. But too many hurdles. Too many hurdles. Way too many hurdles. You talking about getting every team at a resort and testing over thousands and thousands of people. One motherfucker test positive while game playing. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Let the football people figure it out. Football are talking about, starting the season with only 15,000 fans and 75,000 seat stadiums with social distancing. If that's what they want to do, they're gonna run them tickets up. Tickets gonna be $1,000 a pop for the NFL. So let the NFL figure it out. And by the time you dudes can come back in December, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it'll be figured out where you can play with fans. But hey, if I had to give you my MVP, it's gonna be Giannis. If I had to give you my Rookie of the Year, it's gonna be Ja. Defensive Player of the Year, I really don't know. Maybe Anthony Davis would be my Defensive Player of the Year. My first team All NBA, LeBron, Giannis. Whew. Those would be the two I think. Anthony Davis would be in there for me. He had a tremendous year. I would probably say Jimmy Butler might have to slide in there on top of year that he had. Man. So, I mean, those would probably be the 3 or 4 I can think of right now. I mean, I'll probably put Chris Paul. In there. Chris Paul had a fantastic year. And probably a center, I probably would say another big fella. This wasn't even pre-planned. I don't even know the fuck out there. I'll probably throw Bam in there. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Greek could be defensively. Yeah, you could put him in there. Most improved, Sabonis or Bam. And, other than that, man, that is what it is. The reasons I would say cancel the season. Fuck being a spectator. Don't fuck up 1 season. Don't fuck up 2 seasons trying to fuck up. Oh, Lou Williams, first team for sure. For sure. Chris Paul played amazing this year. And it's fucked up he stayed healthy when it didn't really count. NBA billionaires. Excuse me. NBA billionaires. That's some ice in my mouth. NBA. Oh, Brandon Ingram in there too. I mean, that's crazy, man. He probably like 3rd team on NBA too. But NBA billion owners, stop being selfish, man. Stop being selfish, man. That's just what it boiled on. Let them dudes keep their money in, and we just end the season and then go into another season, man. But let's transition into if Jordan disrespected you and Udonis Haslem and Udonis Haslem, a real 305 nigga too, said that he would put hands on Jordan. Now, everybody had a opinion on what they would have done. Where Harden going? Oh, he first team for sure. My bad, I forgot about Harden. Chris Paul, Harden, LeBron, Giannis, Anthony Davis. That's my 5. So yeah. But if Jordan disrespected you, okay, and he did some of the things. I mean, he punched Steve Kerr in the eye. They ain't talking about how Bill Cartwright when he tried to threaten Bill Cartwright. They obviously left this out of the documentary. Bill Cartwright threatened to break Michael Jordan's legs. Maybe they'll be in the last 2 parts this week. I mean, how he was calling Scott Burrell a hoe and a bitch and how hard he was on his teammates. Everybody would have said what you would have done. Oh, I would have did this, I would have did that. Well, you would have been traded. You probably wouldn't have no chance. You wouldn't have no chance to touch Michael Jordan. Just straight up and down. You touch Michael Jordan, the most important player in the league. David Stern would have made sure you wouldn't have played in the goddamn. You wouldn't have been playing in the goddamn, YMCA. You wouldn't have been playing in the YMCA. You touched Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan knew that. Jordan knew I can punch these niggas in the mouth. I can call you a bitch. I can call you a hoe. And if you attempt or you even have a premeditated thought about touching me, you was going to be gone. Look how he did Isaiah Thomas. He made sure Isaiah Thomas didn't get on the dream team. People say, oh, man, he had a problem with Magic at the time and he had a problem with Karl Malone at the time. No, it boiled down to Jordan. It boiled down to Michael. Michael Jordan had, you see LeBron, Michael Jordan had 10 times more power in the league over LeBron. So everybody like Udonis could say what they would have done and what they wouldn't have done, and I'd have put my fucking hands on. Man, you would have came up missing, or you wouldn't have had no career. Look at Craig Hodges. He was speaking up and told Jordan to in Magic to boycott the '91 finals. Over the Rodney King situation. Man, they made sure he didn't work nowhere else. What's my man's that playing the Big Three? I seen him too at the Big Three last year. The His real name was Chris. Radu Raheem. I don't want to butcher his name because he get mad over that shit. But they got him out the league and shit. Colin Kaepernick. So at the end of the day, everybody can talk that big boy shit. You touch Michael Jordan. You see what Zeke and them did. They changed the rules to make sure Jordan beat Zeke. He didn't organically just go over the Pistons and just dominate them. No, they kind of Chris Jackson was his original name. Yeah, they changed the rules where they did a lot for Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They ain't did half of what they did for Jordan for LeBron. If they did, LeBron James probably would only lost like one finals. So if I had to say who got it out the mud better, it's probably LeBron. Everything was in Jordan's favor, but Jordan was a better player. The way Jordan ruled his man, could you imagine Delonte West even thinking about having a conversation with Michael Jordan mama? Michael Jordan would have had this nigga traded quick. He wouldn't even be in the league. This motherfucker would have got traded to the Euro League for Kukoc with the quickness. Jordan was he just had a lot of power. And when that freight train with Muhammad Abdul Raul, appreciate it. But he just had a lot of power, bro. And the difference between him and LeBron was he was just an ambassador for everything. Jordan was on everything. You turn around and you fucking your bitch in your room, you got a Jordan poster. You go to work, they got a Jordan poster. You turn on your TV, it's McDonald's, Gatorade, Nike. I mean, he was on everything. Don't be surprised this nigga didn't have an ice cream bar that was gonna come out. He was the most powerful, popular dude in the sport. And it wasn't just because he was a great basketball player. He had a great team behind him. LeBron don't have the power that Jordan had behind him team-wise. He don't have the brand power. Jordan was it's night and day between the two of them as far as their power. But the difference with Jordan was thinking about LeBron is thinking about us, we, the team, as far as the NBA. Jordan was just, ain't no way LeBron. Look, I'm just keeping it real. LeBron a real nigga. I say that. He a real motherfucker. Ain't no way LeBron gonna have Scottie Pippen out there making pennies and peanuts. He would have made them pay fucking Scottie Pippen. He got Tristan Thompson like $65-70 million. LeBron wasn't gonna have Kyrie making no peanuts. LeBron would have had them rip that fucking Scottie Pippen contract up, and Scottie would have been making $28-30 million. LeBron ain't like Jordan. LeBron want to see all his niggas balling. You know what I'm saying? Remember Dame Dash was saying that, Jay-Z always, kind of when he would say it directly, but Jay-Z was a nigga that always wanted everybody to be up under him. Dame was the type of dude that he said he wanted to create bosses and they branch off and they do good and do great. Jay-Z is like Michael Jordan and LeBron is like Dame. LeBron want to see everybody eat. LeBron want to see all these niggas eat. LeBron is a real dude. Jordan is like, man, I ain't worried about what you eating on your plate. Just make sure you come up to win. And that's it. Jordan put the fear of heart in his teammates, and they had to hit them shots, or they knew they was going to deal with him and probably be homeless or probably be teamless. Yeah, LeBron will get you paid or trade it. He get you paid, then trade it, though. That's one thing about Michael. Michael put the fear of hell in his teammates. And people act like everything going to be perfect. If Jordan was nice and cordial with motherfuckers and this would be okay, then they probably wouldn't have won 6 rings. You got to be willing to make a sacrifice. Everybody looking for the perfect individual. Everybody got dirt. Everybody made mistakes. No matter what the NBA paints your image as, or you think LeBron don't cheat on his wife? Absolutely. Every fucking married man damn near cheat. That been with their girl for since they was 16, 18. That's logical. The difference between motherfuckers in good relationships like that and marriages like that and people in bad marriages is that LeBron was willing to overlook some things. It was some things that she had messed with Rashard Lewis, and I'm pretty sure she did what she did. And LeBron was just, LeBron did what he did. A good marriage is you gonna go through highs and valleys. That's just the God honest truth. You got some motherfuckers that cheat on their girl all day. They find one nigga number in their girl phone, and they ready to divorce her. I mean, it's a give and take. If you doing you, she gonna do her. And that's the harsh reality. But everybody got dirt. You ain't telling me somebody that's on the road for all year and making all this money and people throwing the cooch at him, he just saying, "Oh no, I'm saved." No, fuck up out of here. You are a male. Male's natural instinct is to dominate and fuck hoes and fuck women. That's just what it is. When you get more maturity, older, then maybe you can, fly right. But with Jordan, he ruled the day with an iron fist. He ruled by fear. That was his leadership. Competitive, tackling his son into a fucking table and all that shit. That's just how he did. And everybody would have said, I would have did this, I would have did that. But until you in that moment, it's different. It's surreal. And motherfuckers only treat you that way until you stand up for yourself. It's bully. It's a bully mentality. Everybody, deal with a bully every now and again. There's motherfuckers at work that's bullying you. You don't even know they bullying you. Just picking on you and just, talking shit. And they just, you can't do nothing right until you cut into their ass. And once you cut into a motherfucker, they know where to leave you. Like Bill Cartwright told Jordan, like, man, you keep talking that shit. You touch me, you gonna be. What he say? You ain't gonna be able to walk. And did you think Jordan fucked with Bill Cartwright again? No. When you stand up for yourself, and you show a bully, you punch him in their mouth, or you stand up to him, or you set the standard. I had to do that plenty times working at the plant and shit like that. I had to tell a lot of people I'll fuck you up. And I ain't playing with you. Goku say I respect Jordan more than LeBron. I'd rather have Jordan than LeBron. But that's me though. I mean, it's different structure, different folks. LeBron is probably more easier and, he yelled at his teammates. And that's every, in the heat of competition, in the heat of working, whatever you competing at. If you're competing to get off on time, or you compete not to do a 12-hour shift, or you competing in intramural sports, you competing at the one. Every dude in competition in the heat of their battle or the heat of their job, we gonna exchange words. But after the whole situation, we can crack a beer, crack some wine, whatever you drink, crack some motherfucking, Don Julio, and then we gonna laugh and shit. That's the thing about men. We can argue, we can go back and forth, you know what I'm saying, in the heat of the nature. As long as you ain't pulling no bitch moves, trying to fuck with my bitch and, hating and jealous, we in the like, nigga, come on, pick it up. That's your man. Guard him. Call out the pick. Call out the down screen. And we yelling at each other. We in the heat of the battle. But afterwards, it's all good. Win, lose, or draw. Oh, man, I gotta be better, man. You was right, man. Hey, man, let's crack a little, let's crack a little Miller Lite in the back. So, we get over it. But you see that with Chris Paul and James Harden, they never got over it. Somebody held it in. Somebody was resentful. I don't know who it was. Somebody was in their feelings. And sometimes you get a lot of these dudes today, they can't get over it. Now, certain shit I ain't getting over it. You call me a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You the other, you call me a nigga, a negro, a nigga, whatever. You the other, you call me that. You call me a hoe. We got to fight. You try to fuck with my woman. You fuck my bitch. Just things that's untouchable as a man. You steal from me, or you just pull some jealous, whatever it may be. Then I'm not forgiving that type of shit. And those words could be said between Chris Paul and James Harden. The way Michael Jordan was, talking to Scott Burrell, I think it wasn't malicious. Now, punching me in the eye, that's malicious. Putting your hands on me, that's malicious. You know what I'm saying? Certain things we just would have fought about. Care who you is. And you notice after Steve Kerr popped him in his chest and he punched him in the eye, he respected Steve Kerr for not backing down. Steve Kerr, man, too. Steve Kerr, man, too. At the end of the day, Steve Kerr showed him like, nigga, I piss like you piss. I shit like you shit. I run and sweat like you run. I'm not backing down to you. He said, I respected Steve Kerr to that day. But Steve Kerr didn't hold on to that shit. They got over it. He apologized. He was like, okay, we move on from it. But it's some unforgivable things. I'd rather motherfucker punch me in my eye than call me a bitch in the heat of the battle or call me a hoe. I'm just me. I get it. But you're not going to be like, bitch, nigger, hoe. If you the other, I'm nigger. Nah. I'd rather you punch me and we can still be cool and we fight than you call me something done to the unforgivable words. Just keeping it real. That's just my opinion. But they won. If they was losing and Mike was being hard on them, then we in a whole different type of stratosphere. And I know those people are what if LeBron ruled the Cavaliers, the Lakers, the Heat with fear? Then he wouldn't be LeBron. LeBron is LeBron. LeBron is a helpful person. He's a teammate you can rely on. He's a leader in a whole different type of stratosphere. And Jordan ruled with his competitive nature, and he ruled with fear. LeBron is a kinder spirit. The one time LeBron played with anger, he lost to the Dallas Mavericks. He tried to be the villain, something that he not being. Jordan was the villain. You think Jordan cared today? He won. Had Jordan lost, it'd been 1-5 in finals, 1-6 in finals, then it would have been overblown. So that's the difference between winning and losing. Winning, you seen as the GOAT. He lose, he was just seen as an asshole, a horrible person, and I don't even have a ring to show for it. It's the difference. But everybody say what they would or wouldn't do. But you with the Bulls and you winning with Jordan, you riding the high. You getting the best groupies. You getting TV show slots or radio show slots you never would have got. Scottie Pippen had the dopest sneakers, right outside of Jordan. Him, Penny, and Barkley. It's just the benefits that come with riding with them. I mean, it's like the benefits that come with a bad bitch. And in the negative, she goodly look good, but then again, you gotta worry about niggas getting at her. You worry about she can cook and clean. It's gonna be always good and bad. But everybody, I did this, I did that. One that did a goddamn thing, but shut the fuck up and put some ice on your eye. He said, you think Katie and Draymond got they one after they said, no. I think I would have hired somebody to beat the shit out of Draymond. But Draymond and Jason Whitlock. If I had Kevin Durant money or LeBron money, I'd had them niggas knocked off by now. Oh yeah, the Reeboks with the Shaqnosis. He had some dope shoes, but it wasn't Barkley, Penny. I mean, even Gary had some dope shoes. That's one of my favorite Nikes, the gloves. But it is what it is. Let's talk about McCollum and Bradley Beal. I was seeing John Wall kind of debate that on a live stream and shit on Instagram. I wish I had it, but who y'all think better, CJ McCollum or Bradley Beal? I personally think Bradley Beal is a better player. I think Bradley Beal is a better defender. Offensively, you can pick them apart. You can see but I think Bradley Beal. I think people leave defense out. I think people don't account when you talk about overall player. You just can't say overall. James Harden is the best player in the league because he could play, make, he could shoot, he could pass, he gets to the line. What about defense? Defense is 50% of the game. It's not offense is 70% and defense is 30%. No, if defense is legit, 50%. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of be good on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You got to be good on both sides of the ball. And if you're not good on both sides of the ball, I mean, then I can't say you the best player. You the best. You better than another player. I think Bradley Beal is a better defender. I think Bradley Beal is a better offensive player. I think McCollum can go off, but Bradley Beal is more. He better at the cup to me. He can finish above the rim. CJ McCollum mid-range game is crazy. That's what I love about him. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot the ball, but I just really think the difference is the ability to attack the bucket for Beal and the ability to defend at a high level. That's the difference. But McCollum is no slouch. I mean, he might have better ball handling skills. I mean, I think McCollum might be a better pick and roll player. The way he could dance with the rock. His step back is crucial. His mid range game is out of control. His he could finish under the rim pretty good. He got a nice little floater. I mean, I would like to see McCollum in another situation where he kind of with somebody a little bit different than him. I mean, McCollum and Chris Paul. I would love to see him with a Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, John Stockton type of player. I think him and Damian Lillard kind of take away. I think Dame kind of take away at what he do. Tay salute. I think Dame kind of take away from they do some of the similar things together. They similar height. They really not Isaiah and Joe Dumars. You know what I'm saying? Because Isaiah and Joe Dumars is why I say Isaiah is probably the second or third best point guard in the world all time. Everybody look at Steph Curry. I'm gonna say this real quick because he can shoot. Oh, he got good handles. But Steph Curry can't stop a nosebleed. Isaiah is an elite defender. Damian Lillard and McCollum is pretty good. But the difference between being a championship level team is that Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas were elite defenders. That's the difference. That's the total difference. Elite defenders. They were great offensive players, but they set the tone as elite defenders. That's the difference. Everybody want to tell you what good does Steph Curry do? He plays in a good system. He good off the ball, but one thing he don't do, he not elite defender. Klay Thompson is an elite defender. Draymond on most nights, elite defender. Without them, there's no Steph Curry being as good as he is. And that's kind of the problem with McCollum and Damian Lillard. Neither one of them are elite defenders. I don't care what the numbers say. So, Damian Lillard would be nice with a Ben Simmons next to him. You have to get that to work, though, because Damian Lillard is so used to having the rock. But Ben Simmons can be that elite defender, though. That's the thing about it. Ben Simmons can defend and stop guys that can take advantage of McCollum and Damian Lillard in the backcourt from the two position. He need a bigger guard by him. McCollum would be nice in Philadelphia, like somebody else said. They need the shooting. If they can get him next to Ben Simmons, they'd be a nice little pair. But that's just what it is, man. I think McCollum just need to be in the right situation. But him and Damian Lillard they just too similar. They too similar to me. It's just my opinion. They not ever gonna be Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas in the backcourt. You know what I'm saying? And same thing, even if you put Steph Curry over there instead of Damian Lillard with McCollum, they would never win anything. You know what I'm saying? You need to be elite in the backcourt when you undersized defensively. You need to be elite defensively. And with Bradley Beal, him and John Wall problem is, they don't get along. Bradley Beal is showing people that I'm more than a 3-and-D guy. I can put it on the floor. I can facilitate. And Bradley Beal wanted to get out of Washington, but you can't turn down that type of money that they gave him. John Wall is just a selfish player. Hate to say it. Read up some of the articles that he got into it with Bradley Beal about and the other teammates. He didn't want Bradley Beal handling the rock. He wanted to handle, facilitate everything, and that turned Bradley Beal into a spot-up shooter. Bradley Beal showed since John Wall been out in a season and a half that he can bring more to the table. And, maybe CJ McCollum without Damian Lillard can show people that he can bring more to the table. But then again, putting stats up on a bad team means nothing. But when we talk about all-around players, people don't bring up defense no more. I kind of talk about that in the Randy Moss Terrell Owens debate. I will give you, Randy Moss is one of the greatest deep ball threats. I remember he was hating on Reggie Jackson contract, but it was factual, Reggie Jackson contract. But you can say Randy Moss had better hands. But you talk about running the route tree, T.O. You talking about willing to go over the middle and running the routes over the middle, T.O. You talking about when the yards after the catch, short taking something to nothing, T.O. You talking about somebody that wouldn't quit once they got challenged, T.O. mentally stronger. T.O. was the all-around better receiver. People preference may be, I could throw it up to Randy Moss and he can catch it. That's your preference. But we talking about attribute by attribute, who a better player, not just what you want to you put value on. No. You look at McCollum and Beal. They both can shoot. They both can get to the rim. McCollum a better mid-range shooter. I think Bradley Beal more athletic. He can finish above the rim. He's a better defender. And he can do more because we've seen him without John Wall the last season and a half. He can handle it. He can facilitate. You know what I'm saying? We've seen the entire repertoire from Bradley Beal. McCollum, if Damian Lillard go off for a extended amount of time, he get traded, then maybe we see the entire repertoire, but just think the defensive side of the court separates them. And the same thing about Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry. Isaiah Thomas was a better ball handler. Go look at some of his highlights that he used to dog Jordan out when Jordan was on defense. That's a fact. The ability to finish around the bucket. 25 points on one ankle in the NBA Finals they got cheated out of. This is all stuff they don't bring up. There's no way Steph Curry is better than Isaiah Thomas. He a Finals MVP. He didn't get an MVP because the NBA didn't like the Pistons. He's a way better defender than Steph Curry was. When you break it down, all you can say Steph Curry was better at is shooting. Shooting is one aspect of basketball. That's it. But people want to live, they want to put things, they want to put preference on certain stats. The one stat that don't matter no more is wins and losses. Jordan never guarded. Yes, he did. You better go look it up. You better go look that up. Jordan always guarded Isaiah. Go look it up. Just like when LeBron would guard Derrick Rose at the end of the game. Jordan stayed guarding Isaiah. Go look up some of them tapes. I ain't gonna argue that. Hey, that's not even an argument. Zeke used to get Jordan buckets. That's crazy. Crazy as fuck. That's one of the reasons they got Scottie Pippen. He said BJ Armstrong. No, go look it up. Go look it up. Jordan did guard motherfucking Jordan did guard Isaiah Thomas. Yes, he did. Go look it up. That's not even negotiable. All you got to do is look up the championship run documentary, and Jordan will be on Isaiah at times, at critical times. He said John Wall is he still in the NBA? No, he blew his Achilles out. But I got some questions I'll answer real quick. He blew his Achilles out, so he been out, but he said he back healthy. So Blake Griffin said he healthy. John Wall, I think, is back to health. What's so funny about John Wall? He blew his Achilles out, and then he went back to the house and blew it out again. He fell at the house, or he slipped on the toy, he said, or whatever the fuck it was. So John Wall blew his Achilles out twice. He blew his Achilles out twice. So, raise on salute. Any basketball related questions, I answer them. And BJ Armstrong didn't get there until 89. So you had 87, 88. Like, come on, man. Not gonna argue that. What are your thoughts on Adam Silver? I mean, I think he do a good job. I think he just, one thing he do, he worked for the owners. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to save the owners money. I don't have an issue with Adam Silver. I didn't like David Stern. Rest in power to him. Rest in peace to him. I didn't like that motherfucker. But I like Adam Silver. He seemed to be solid. John Wall be in the streets. Yeah. BJ ain't get minutes like that until 93. Zeke was washed up by the end at that time. Yeah, he blew his Achilles out. He said he had a wrist injury. A wrist injury. I think they're should end the season and prepare for next season. I definitely agree. It's just too much gray area. You know what I'm saying? Pound for pound box chancellor. How you feel about the GOAT Melo comebacks? I mean, he did good. I thought he came back better than I thought he would. I thought Portland would probably be the ideal situation for him. They needed that Carmelo Anthony type of player, but for Portland to move forward, they got to get a two guard next to we're keeping Carmelo. They got a two guard next to Damian Lillard, a true two. He needed Klay Thompson next to him. I mean, who available? I mean, maybe if Houston blow it up this season, maybe Portland can make a deal for James Harden. I think James Harden and Damian Lillard be good together. I mean, James Harden played off the ball. He played off the ball, with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So James. I think Mike D'Antoni got him an MVP. He got them crazy numbers, but a lot of the numbers that James Harden put up, kind of remind me of Steve Nash. They didn't amount to nothing. He didn't win nothing. I think Portland should put a deal in for James Harden. And I think Houston should think about starting over. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should put a deal in for James Harden. I think James Harden and Damian Lillard be nice together. You could trade McCollum, trade some draft picks, maybe do a sign and deal trade with Hassan Whiteside and send him over. Pound for pound box channel super chat. Appreciate it for showing respect. Appreciate it. So in my opinion, I think that might be both of their best chance to really rule the West. James Harden, Damian Lillard. You got Nurkic coming back, Carmelo. I think they'll be. Obviously you gotta get James Harden to play defense, but y'all think I think James Harden overrated, but I just think it's the system he in. Same thing as Steve Nash was in. He was a product of a system. What do you think about the Knicks getting it ain't going if I'm Chris Paul, I'd rather stay in Oklahoma City than go to New York. And Bron to end his career if he don't win in LA. No, I mean I don't really think it's to end his career. I mean I think LeBron gonna be celebrated regardless. He's a media darling. Melo came back like he never left. I know teams wish they would have picked him. I think it's more about the right fit. I think Portland was the perfect fit for him, in my opinion. I think like Portland need like a James Worthy type of guy. You know what I'm saying? A dude that do the dirty work. They tried to get that in Nicholas Batum, but he just never fucking he just fell off a cliff, Batum. No, he just fell off a cliff. I'm serious. Our podcast. Salute. What's going on, bro? He said Portland should have got Kevin Love. I mean, that'd have been a nice pickup, but then once again, they need a defender. You got too many dudes over there that don't play elite defense. Nurkic and Hassan Whiteside, when Nurkic come back, they're the only ones, and Mo Harkless. And what's the kid that came from Atlanta? Bazemore, but them dudes are offensively liabilities. They need a two-way player, bro. They need a two-way player, man. That is elite defender. Klay Thompson be perfect for what they do. Ben Simmons, he just don't score enough. But, it depends. Dak Collins does some dirty work, but he got hurt. They need that wing defender, bro. They need like a Worthy, Joe Dumars, a Klay Thompson. They need that wing guy. They got too many dudes that's a liability offensively. They can score points, but they really can't stop nobody. They got rim defenders. They got big dogs that can do it. They need that elite defender. When they go against James Harden, they got problems. When they go against, the Donovan Mitchells, they go against the LeBrons, they need somebody that can match up with those guys. I thought Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant would be perfect for what they do over there. But really, who want to go to Portland? Portland tried Rodney Hood. I think going to Cleveland killed his confidence. He missed out on a big contract for LeBron Rental. True. I think Portland needs a good 3. Yeah, I mean Carmelo's solid. I just think they need somebody they need to trade McCollum for somebody that can 3 and D. You know who'd be a good motherfucker over there too? Excuse my language. Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo will be the remedy in Portland. Real talk. Oladipo will be perfect over there. Hell yeah. Victor Oladipo over there, him and Damian Lillard, he can get some stops. He can get some stops over there. Victor Oladipo get some stops. Hell yeah. They can get Oladipo and McCollum. That'll be a good pickup. Real good pickup. If he get him back healthy, he gets some stops. And maybe you know, if you want to keep Melo not, try to find you a good wing, you know, that can play with Melo, a solid guy. I mean, there ain't too many dudes out there that really can do that job on that wing. But it may be some people that may be available I'm not thinking of on that wing that can kind of be a 3 and D guy that can score. I mean, shit, maybe they should look into getting Victor Oladipo and then bringing in Draymond Green. That might work. Keep Carmelo, bring Draymond in. That depends if the owner want to play that money. But you bring Victor Oladipo and Draymond in, you got some defense. You got the O with Damian. Victor brings some O. You know what I'm saying? You got the O with them. Carmelo brings some O. And then you bring Draymond in with Victor Oladipo. You get some shooters around them niggas. Man, it'd be all right. Because you just do McCollum for Oladipo head up. You can do that head up. And you can find a way to get Draymond from the Warriors. Shit. Draymond to thrive over there. Shit, they have to eat that contract. They got Hassan Whiteside 30 million coming off the book. So Draymond will fit right on in. I mean, you can be done with Draymond, but at the end of the day, he feel a need. He defend. He give a little bit of shooting. Him, Melo, Oladipo, Damian Lillard, Nurkic. And if you can bring Hassan Whiteside back for cheap, and then you can fill the rest with shooters, that feel a need. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. would definitely, I'm a huge fan. He definitely would fit. I don't think Wall would be the. Well, I mean, he had to change his game. Antonio McDyess had to change his game after injury. Ron Harper had to change his game after injury. You know, you can change your game. It ain't too hard for John Wall. Eventually, he's gonna have to learn how to shoot and how to play the game on an intellectual and a more of a skillful level than being predicated on his athletic ability. You know, that G salute. John Wall, what's happening to Jason Kidd? Jason Kidd had to learn to shoot. He was a dope defender, dope facilitator, but he had to learn how to shoot. Same thing for Russell Westbrook. It's going to come a time where he ain't going to be able to run by everybody. He going to have to learn to finesse. That mid-range jumper going to come important. His three-pointer going to become important. You know, ain't Wall 30 now. Wall probably ain't even 30, to be honest. He probably ain't even 30. Let me see. Wall probably like 28. He 29. Yep, he be 30 in September. Damn, time fly. He just signed a new contract. He made $40 million a year. He was Jason Kidd for a long time. Yep, gotta learn to shoot. He perfected it, and John Wall gotta perfect it. If he don't, John Wall gonna be just a contract sitting on the motherfucking books. He gotta learn to shoot that rock. He don't put enough time in his game. He party too much, like Stephen A. Smith said. He got mad at him. He be 30 in September. That's crazy. Any more questions? This is a good talk. I want to do more NBA streams, man, especially if it start back up. Or we can get it over and talk about the draft. Very excited. Simmons better learn to shoot too. Yeah, he gotta learn to shoot, or he gonna have to be a fucking dinosaur post player like Tim Duncan. I don't understand, man, how hard it is. Man, he chasing pussy too much, man. He chasing that Jenner Kardashian chick, man. He chasing pussy too much. Shooting shouldn't even be that fucking hard for him. All he got to do is start off, mastering the mid-range jumper, mastering, a floater, a mid-range jumper, and then eventually he could take it. He chasing coochie. Him and Joel Embiid, they gotta trade one of them. Excuse me, drop my fucking hand, the little things that strengthen your hand. I use them. He gotta fuck around. They gotta trade. I would trade both of them, to be honest. I like Joel Embiid. He just a little bit immature. He just an immature dude, man. This motherfucker be eating McDonald's and Taco Bell. Like, nigga, you a millionaire. I mean, go get you some Benihana's at least. A Red Lobster, get you a personal chef. He just not disciplined. He ain't gonna have no shelf life. You got to trade Joel Embiid. I love Ben Simmons, one of my favorite players in the league. But you got to trade Joel Embiid while you can. Joel Embiid's shelf life gonna be real short. It's a perfect time to trade him. He don't stay in shape. He don't take the game serious. He don't take his body serious. You got to get rid of his ass right now. I would probably get rid of Ben Simmons too. I know it sounds a little bit callous and harsh, but hell yeah, if I can get a couple people for Ben Simmons, I'm base 93 salute. Joe Love will be out the league before 30. That's what it's trending to. That's what it's trending to. He said on All the Smoke, since he became a father, he settled down and that he would be even better. That's good. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes he got mad at Stephen A. Smith for telling the truth. How you gonna get mad at somebody for telling the truth about you? If LeBron and Durant had the same amount of rings, would it be debate between two of the best players out of them two? It's really not a debate at this point. LeBron is just backed by the media. Kevin Durant is a better player at this point if he's healthy. LeBron is still an overall better player, but Kevin Durant, if you go attribute by attribute, he's a better player than LeBron. He better on defense. He younger though. He younger. But Ben Simmons, he just chasing Hollywood too much. I would trade both of them. If I can trade Joel Embiid to Miami, and I can get motherfucking Bam, and I can get Tyler Hero and a draft pick out of them, I take that. And I get Ben Simmons, and I can trade him. I don't know where the fuck you can trade him to. If I can get McCollum, and something in the pick, I'll probably do something like that. Or I can go get Karl Anthony Towns. For Joel Embiid straight up, I'll probably do that shit. Him and Ben Simmons will fit better. Shit, I'm just throwing shit on the wall. Right, because their worth right now is higher than it's going to be right now. Yeah, Joel Embiid not going to be in the league for too much longer. Johnny Law salute. Joel Embiid not going to be in this league too much longer. Until he take care of his body, it might be too late. Prime LeBron or KD before the injury. Who I would pick, I probably would say LeBron. But, KD still building his legacy up, but I'll probably say LeBron. LeBron worth, 50 wins, 45 wins by himself. Kevin Durant got to kind of show he can lift the team up. And I think Brooklyn would be the perfect place to show that. But you'll see what he learned from them. But LeBron, his overall body work is crazy, though. Everything that he did, especially when he played defense and, LeBron. But, LeBron, KD still doing what he doing. Bam be balling. I fuck with him and Jimmy Butler, my second favorite player behind Dame. Yeah, I would look to Jimmy Butler say come down to Miami. I would if I'm Miami, but Elton Brand wanted to trade Ben Simmons, but the owner wouldn't let him. The majority owner wouldn't let him. So you trade Ben Simmons to the Warriors for first. I don't even think that shit'll work. Steph Curry be shoot the fucking ball. Steph Curry be cussing them out, bro. He will have to play the Draymond position. But Draymond shoot the ball, though. With that backpack shot. Ben Simmons wouldn't shoot the ball if you had a fucking Ruger to his head. Ben Simmons had to go somewhere and pair up with Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. That'd be a good fit for him. Playing with them two dudes, that'd be good for him. Facilitating it. A place like that for him would be good. A place like anywhere they got shooters, man. Anywhere they got shooters would be good for him. Houston would be a good for him. Even though he can't shoot the ball, to get up and down the floor and just spread the floor, let him facilitate. Anywhere with D'Antoni, D'Antoni probably pull his hair out because he couldn't shoot, but that'd be good for him. Yeah, he a master facilitator. He kind of remind you of Magic without the magic. If that makes sense. Draymond can't shoot, but Draymond a willing shooter, and Draymond will knock down some shots. Ben Simmons won't even shoot. It's like, man, they just take the shoot button right out of 2K. He got a pass. He ain't got no shoot button. Harden need the ball though. Harden don't need the ball though. In Mike D'Antoni's system, he need the ball. But remember, he can play without the ball. He did that in Oklahoma City, bro. He can play without the ball. It's just Mike D'Antoni made him addicted to the ball. That's it. James Harden can play without the ball. He can catch and shoot. But, with D'Antoni, he just refused to do those things. So if you put him in a different system, but it is what it is. Mike D'Antoni didn't poison his mind. Anybody seen that movie Extraction? That shit was pretty dope. I watched that shit again tonight. With Thor and Chris Hemsworth, whatever. That shit was dope. If you ain't seen Extraction, bro, that shit was super duper dope. So, probably give that show some promo. That was really, really good movie, man. They gonna come out with a second one. Josh Smith was a willing shooter too, but you see how that turned out. Draymond ain't an over willing shooter. Draymond, if he wide open, he'll take the shot. If not, Draymond is a smart player. We can say that about Draymond. He might be a snitch bitch, but he's smart. He know when and when not to take his shots. So you got to get at your Draymond. Lonzo would be a better shooter. Oh, Lonzo already a better shooter. Lonzo shot like 40% from 3 this year. People don't recognize how good Lonzo got. I think they got a decision to make. If they're going to keep Ingram, I think Ingram and Zion and Drew Holiday and Lonzo too much. I think Ingram and Zion kind of bump heads a little bit. Ingram is a better all around player, but I think they might have to get rid of Ingram for it all to work. Might get rid of Holiday too, but Lonzo a baller. Whatever happened to that big man league when Hakeem, Light, Ewing, Shaq, Mourning, Rich Smits, they took the big man out the game. That started with Jordan. When they see you can win a championship without a big man. With Jordan, man, they just took the big man out. Him and Dirk Nowitzki. I'm in Philly. I would definitely trade Embiid for Bam, Hero, and a couple picks. TJ. I mean, Embiid was just like you can get. I mean, if he go to Miami and win a championship, you tip the hat off to him. But he don't have no work ethic, bro. Him or Ben Simmons. But Bam, he can shoot it a little bit. He can handle it. Hero is a motherfucking monster. I told people about him in the last draft on my other channel. I talk about Detroit stuff, Motor City Sports Talk. If you want to check it out, Motor City Sports Talk again. But he hit the eye on your screen. It's in there. But the other channel link. But Hero, I seen Hero play. And I was breaking down scouting footage last draft. I say, man, that's what I want the Pistons to get. Miami took him. Hero a fucking baller, bro. My boys, I'm tired of white boy. I said, this nigga ain't no white boy. This boy is like white chocolate. He'd be nice in Philly with Ben Simmons. Him and Bam. He'd be nice. Philly got it. I mean, and Embiid just dog. He got just too lazy. Just lazy as hell. This nigga be run up the court at like 300 plus pounds, bro. He can revolutionize the center position again. He got everything that Karl Anthony Towns ain't got. He can defend. He got heart. He's solid. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no little, he ain't a little soft. No offense to Karl Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid can make the center position great again. He do everything well. He can shoot it. He can post up. He can defend. He athletic when it's way down. That's probably one of the reasons they hold on to Joel Embiid, because just the potential. But a lot of times people get guys off potential and they never tap into the potential, if that makes sense. Joel Embiid, Hassan Whiteside, work ethic would be more talented. Yeah, Hassan Whiteside, yeah, both of them, if they had a work ethic, that'd be crazy. What you think about Zion? Oh, I love Zion, bro. I love me some Zion, bro. At first, I was kind of hating on him a little bit because they was doing that LeBron shit again, but I love LeBron early on. I had LeBron first shoes. I stayed up watch his first game versus Sacramento Kings. That was a West Coast game. LeBron just turned me off just some of the shit that he was doing, bro. Like, they would be blowing out the fucking Chicago Bulls, dancing on the sideline, and then he get to the playoffs and start fizzling. He just got full of himself to me, but it's cool to each his own. But Zion a fucking animal, dog. You got to give respect to a motherfucker like that. That man came in, even though he was fresher than everybody else, He just on. I'll probably get a jersey of Zion. I think him and Lonzo gonna be. I think I changed my opinion again. I think him and Lonzo gonna be good. I gave up on Lonzo, but I started seeing him ball last year. I think Zion and Lonzo kind of gonna be nice, bro. They gonna be hella nice. Yeah, Lonzo. I mean, Zion's just whew, you can't do nothing but love that kid, man. Even though I don't like Duke, that motherfucker can play. All you gotta do is just get down his weight. He can go down about 20, 30 pounds this offseason to save his knees down the stretch. He gonna be a problem. I was doubting Trae Young before he came in, and man, Trae Young is a baller. He had a bad NCAA tournament, I think, or some shit. They backed in, but him and Luka, man, I love me some Luka, some Trae Young, some Ben Simmons. I love them dudes, man. They might play the game, the new way, but every game Luka play and Trae Young play, I gotta see. I want to see Trae Young this year when he came to the Little Caesars. Do you think he needs to lose? Oh yeah, about 20, 30 pounds to save himself now. People might say that's too small, but he got to do it. Who you got better career? I said Ja Morant off the strength. He gonna probably have better longevity. I just thought Zion gonna slow down because of the weight. That's the difference to me. This a guard. Ja Morant. This turned into a guards league. So Ja Morant might take his team further. Zion gonna need to, kind of depend on Lonzo. That's not a bad guy to depend on. New Orleans probably can continue. They probably gonna be a young Oklahoma City Thunder if they get a better coach. I never like Alvin Gentry. Most Pistons fans forget when he was the Pistons head coach. Most Pistons forget when Doug Collins was the head coach. That's how long I've been watching. I watched every Piston game as a kid, and I try to catch them now. But I watched all of them, from Doug Collins to Maurice Cheeks to Alvin Gentry, all them people that was our coach, man. I've been a Piston fan through the thick, the thin, and the thinner, and nothing being there. I watched all their games as a kid. When they was on UPN, when they won, that's one team I just never turned my back on. I feel like Zion should stay as he is. The NBA guys ain't used to, but it's about longevity. His knees gonna go out. Go ask Sean Kemp. All that jumping around and shit, he got to lose weight. 82 games, a little bit different. He got to cut the weight. It's a way to cut that extra baby fat and still be solid, but he got to cut the weight. He's not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose even told him. He said I was a little bit heavy, and that's what kind of hurt my career. Oh yeah, I remember Michael Curry. I remember Allen Iverson gorilla check that nigga. He said, "I'm not coming to Thanksgiving practice. It's Thanksgiving." I remember Michael Curry is a Piston player. Miranda, Trae Young. I think it's just gonna boil down to who get a better team around them. I heard Memphis could move to Las Vegas, so it depends who put a better team around them. I think John Morant. I think he uses teammates more. He make his teammates better now. Trae Young gotta trust his teammates more, but I think whoever get a team put around them better. It's a lot of better. It's a lot of ball players that have been better than other ball players. It's just in a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? I think Trey more versatile. I really don't think it's. I don't think it's no difference. I think John Moran a better playmaker. I think Trey just he shoot the ball better, but Ja probably make his teammates better than Trey Young do. Trey Young don't trust his team players. He said, "You seen the top college basketball player from Miami transfer to HBCU?" No, I ain't see that. Grant Hill never got hurt. Him and Tracy McGrady been a problem. But then again, Tracy McGrady almost got traded to Philadelphia if it wasn't for Stephen A. Smith. But Grant Hill was that deal. Grant Hill was a problem. Detroit just didn't put shit around him again. And then they made him play on that ankle, misdiagnosed his ankle, the whole nine. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. That was a great conversation. I'm going to come back and do some more NBA topics. If y'all got some ideas for NBA question or video, just DM me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, Twitter. But he said, real question, who gonna be the best out of this draft? NBA, this one coming up, that's hard to tell. Anthony Edwards can play. LaMelo, you talking about this year coming up? LaMelo can play. Cole Anthony can play. Keon Johnson can play. Oh yeah, I seen that. He went. Yeah, Mo Bitches got him. Mo, that's what he used to call. When I played 2K, I don't play that shit no more. That's what we called Mo Williams in 2K. My boy used to always play with LeBron, and we used to call him Mo Bitches. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I went to Alabama State. Yeah, he gonna be in the Acadome. I remember they had a big ass fight in the Acadome and shit. There was some high school game play. I think DeMarcus Cousins was playing. They had a big ass scrap at the Acadome. I wasn't near though. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of different ways you can go. Killian, LaMelo. I mean you got a kid Obi. You got another kid from Iowa State that can play. Anthony Edwards, the number one player. Most people got a kid from overseas. A lot of different players. I really ain't seen all of them, but I like LaMelo. LaMelo gonna have the most hype behind him for sure. Obi Toppin gonna be the best out of this. Yeah, I heard he pretty good. I ain't really seen him play yet, but yeah, he from Dayton. But yeah, it depends. It's a guard oriented league though. I don't see a franchise changer in this draft. It may or may not be one. You know what I'm saying? It may or may not be one. But I think if it is a polarizing guy, it's probably gonna be a guard. It's probably gonna be LaMelo. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna get the most national televised TV dates and all that shit because of who he is. But he can really play. He gotta get more consistent with his jumper. But he got the range. He got the handles. But immediate impact, that's gonna be difficult. I think Obi probably gonna have an immediate impact, and I probably think Anthony Edwards gonna have an immediate impact. And I think Cole Anthony probably gonna have an immediate impact. So I think those three probably had the biggest immediate impact. But I haven't did a lot of homework yet. But hey, appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to share the videos, man. And if you got some more NBA requests or video requests, yeah, hit me up, DM me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, the Hellblaze. Use the promo code Goodfellow1Box, get 18% off the 100% all natural products, cell phone cyclers and buyers. They want to buy your phones. All that information in the description. Hit that number up or hit them up on social media or hit them up at their website in the description. And don't forget to check out my boy Dame J, brand new album out of VA. No regrets. Trying to tell you, it's an official banker. Dame J, no regrets on all streaming platforms from Spotify, Tidal, Amazon. I checked them all. Check them out. I do appreciate all the brothers and sisters tapping back in. Want to make a donation? Just share the video for me. Which draft was the worst to you? I got to go back and look. Probably that Chris Paul, Marvin Williams draft was pretty bad. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Keep sharing the videos, man. We out.